Hello Virgo, it's time for your October Tarotscope. In October, you start out with some clashes, some people who are competing against you or challenging you in some way, and you feel like you have to kind of defend, but you're also challenging them. So it's not a terrifically violent fight, it's just people's ideas clashing at the beginning of October. And then you get the Eight of Cups, which means you basically are going to be walking away from that situation and probably that group of people and just deciding that you really just don't want the drama. Then we have the Knight of Wands, and this is probably a friend who is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And this is a person who's just saying, you know what, you don't need that. We can have fun on our own. We can go off to a new adventure and just leave all that nonsense behind. So in the first week of October, Virgo, you're not really making headway on anything. You're just saying, look, I just don't need this drama anymore. I'm going to peace out. And your friend is saying, I'll come with you and let's have some fun together. So you're not alone in the first week of October, but neither are you in the usual place. Now the second week is a whole different thing. And this says you start out with the World, which again is an ending. So you definitely are ending some kind of a situation here in this first week, and the World is saying, yes, that chapter is closed, that's the right thing for you to do, make sure that you end it completely. So if you have any loose ends, according to that, whatever that was in the first week, you need to wrap them up. And then we have the King of Pentacles, and this could be you, Virgo. This is a person who is at the top of their game. They are very skilled in their area of expertise. They are an expert in that and have tons of background and history in whatever, like an industry, like a job, a career. So this is a person who's very, very accomplished. And this person could be thinking about retirement. Now, kings can also mean release as well. So this is also indicating that you're releasing the old way that you do things, or your old career probably, and maybe going on to something new, or maybe just retiring. Let's see what the cards say. Well, the cards then give you the Page of Pentacles. It's very interesting that a lot of these cards showed up for Taurus as well. So the Page of Pentacles is a young person who has really developed a taste for the finer things in life, really likes having money around, wants to know how to make it and how to use it and how to make it grow. But also they could be interested in health matters. They could also be interested in medicine as well. So this younger person with all the money things in it tells me that rather than letting go and retiring, that you're probably letting go and maybe changing jobs or changing careers. So big change for you the first 2 weeks of October, Virgo. The next week, week 3, starts with the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is typically known as the town crier, the person who comes and tells everybody what's going on. So in this instance, this Page of Wands, I think, relates to your Knight of Wands. It could be the same person or it could be a different person, but this is a person who is singing your praises. This is somebody who's saying, hey, this person is looking for a new line for their career. Let's use him because he's very, very talented. So this is your cheerleader here, the Page of Wands. And then we have the Seven of Wands, also a card that the Taurians got. And the Seven of Wands means that you are defending your ideas or an actual place, like your home. But you're defending yourself for some reason. You're having to prove who you are or say who you are. And again, this goes in line with making a switch in a career, because you very often have to explain who you are and what you've accomplished when you're trying to make a change in your job. Then we have the Empress, and the Empress is the person who takes care of everybody. She makes sure that everybody has a roof over their heads, food on their tables and a job to do that makes them feel accomplished and productive. So with the Empress there, that could also have to do with healing. So if your career is in the medical field, alternative medical field, any kind of healing work, could be allopathic medicine, it could be other non-mainstream types of medical work, or even things like Reiki, chiropractic, energy work remotely, any kind of healing work, then the Empress really loves that, and she kind of governs that whole area. So you would be in very good hands with the Empress. So this is telling me that somewhere along the line the Empress is going to say, yes, I really like what you have on your resume. Now, coming up in the last week of the month is a couple of cards that really kind of contradict each other. So we've got the Ten of Swords and the Three of Swords. The Ten of Swords usually speaks about betrayal, and the Three of Swords talks about a disruption in a relationship. So usually in the Rider-Waite, the Three of Swords is talking about grief, mourning the loss, end of a relationship, and so on. And the Ten of Swords does also talk about betrayal and the ending of something. But it's not the ending like the Death card, or, it's not the Death card. But so having these two come together in the same week leads me to believe that it is not so much a betrayal against you as perhaps a betrayal against whatever company that you're going towards. So maybe it's a cyber attack, maybe it's a lot of people getting sick, and not being able to come to work. But it's something more widespread, but not necessarily against you personally. That's what I'm getting, because the Ten of Pentacles is right in the middle of it, and the Ten of Pentacles is about legacy money that is big enough that you would pass it on to your children. So I think that you do get a big boost up in your career, Virgo, whatever that area might be. I think you're going to either get a brand new job, or you get a huge promotion, or a huge raise, or you change careers, which would also be changing jobs, but you change careers, and that causes you to get into a whole different area, a whole different group of people that maybe you don't know as well. And within that area, you may find that you stumble into something where there has been either a huge amount of illness, or people have been leaving the job, leaving the company in droves for some reason, or that the company itself feels betrayed by something, like an attack, like a cyber attack or something like that. So a lot of different possibilities there with the cards, but I think that it is going to be an exciting month of October for you, Virgo. Certainly it's going to be productive, and November is probably going to bring more stuff with it. Now, I have to mention that there is an eclipse in October, on October 25th. It is the solar eclipse in Scorpio, which is a sextile, which is a harmonious sign with you. So this eclipse could probably be very positive for you, Virgo. Eclipses very often bring about changes, even if we don't want to make the change. So eclipses can make you change even when you feel like you don't need a change, or you don't feel like you're capable of making the change, or you downright just don't want the change. If you need that change, the eclipse is going to make it happen no matter what. And that's going to happen right around between the 3rd and 4th weeks, because it's October 25th. So be sure to watch my video about the Scorpio solar eclipse, because that's going to give you a lot of information about how that's going to hit you, especially if you have Virgo rising. So let's move on to the Oracle card. I was going to say elemental card, because it is an elemental on the card. All right. And this card is the Earth Guardian, and it says stay rooted and grounded. And you'll notice that this guy looks like a mix between angel, druid, a seeker, a shaman, an ET. He just looks like everything, or they look like everything, because I don't even see gender in that. So here we go. Take time to connect deeply with the energy of the earth so that you can feel supported and make decisions based on strength and integrity. The Earth Guardian represents the angels of Earth, who bring the medicine of feeling grounded and strong. They are the protectors of the land and the planet, and can help you connect with your mission here and how you can support the evolution of the planet. The Earth Guardian on the card is a beautiful part angel, part elemental, who is non-binary, showing that they are a divine being without a human gender. Their staff, adorned with a dream catcher, shows they have the capacity to help you ground your dreams in reality. It's important for you to take a grounded approach to your current situation. If you're rushing ahead or making a decision based on your more fearful responses, you will miss out on the growth you deserve. Take some time to calm down and get grounded before proceeding further. Breathe, relax, and connect with your center. Then consider what to do. It's important to plant seeds that are going to grow into something beautiful rather than turn into a weed you have to deal with. And I know in September we had the Mercury retrograde, which is your ruling planet, Virgo, but we're out of that now. It went direct on October 1st. So you need to get more grounded. And sometimes Virgos, oddly enough, even though they're an earth sign, do have problems grounding because they're connected to that planet Mercury, which is so light and quick. So a quick way to get grounded is when you're standing or sitting down. Imagine roots coming out of the bottom of your feet deep down into the earth, just like roots of a tree. This visualization just by itself will help to ground you. In addition, you can, take a little taste of salt that will help ground you, pet your animals, walk on the earth barefoot, and again, imagine those roots going down into the earth. There's lots of things that you can do. Eat root vegetables like carrots or potatoes. Lots of things that you can do that can help you feel grounded. So that is your reading, Virgo, for October. It's a really interesting reading. I know you're in for some big changes. Everybody is, because we're coming into the eclipse, but I know that you're going to have a fabulous month. I wish you the best for the month of October. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. Thank you for liking the video. The thumbs up really, really helps. Thank you for sharing the video, even like on your Facebook page. That would be wonderful. But I just want to let you know that I really value you as a viewer, even if you're not a subscriber, because I love doing these videos. Now, I am going to be reading cards at the New York Renaissance Fair up until October 9th. It started on August 27th, but it runs through October 9th, and that's every Saturday and Sunday, and I was also there on the Monday for Labor Day. On my website, thecoolcrone.com, there's a little pop-up about the New York Renaissance Fair that gives you the information about it, but also the weekend after the fair closes, I'm doing 2 more fairs in northern New Jersey, which you can make appointments for ahead of time through my website. So go to my website, go to Book Now, click on the button that says Fairs, and it will tell you how to make an appointment for either the Hoe Down or the Flower Power Flea Market, which are in Pequannock and Pompton lakes, respectively. All right, so thank you so much for watching, Virgo. Have a wonderful month of October, and I will see you next time.